Hello, everybody, and welcome to another exciting, fantastic, jam-packed, dream-free episode of the Pro Crastinators
How dare you?
podcast.
How dare you?
We're here to crush your dreams.
I'm Tom Oliver, introducing
One day
the show
you're all
once
gonna
again.
regret this.
And today we have with us my very best friend and newcomer to Instagram, Lethal Laura Mage.
Hello, I hate Instagram. Oh my god.
We got Hippocrit with us today.
Fine bone china.
Sick. Sure. Nate is here.
Instagram.com/bestguyever. Make me an Ethernet juggernaut.
It's bestest guy ever, not best
Shit,
guy
it is
ever.
bestest guy ever. Thank you, Tom.
Don't give
Correct.
that imposter who somehow got there first the follows.
Yeah, that's true.
Fuck that guy. And we got Ben Saint.
Hey everyone, it's me, professional gerrymanderist Ben Saint here.
You see those lines in the sand, those corrupt politicians drawn? I'm here to change the whole system. We're reworking all of this fucking
Here
shit.
to fulfill a number of useful functions, none of which I will specify.
Fantastic.
Let's talk about Instagram,
Let's
everybody.
get into Instagram. I've been on Instagram for a while. I've actually kind of fallen out of favor with it as well to a certain degree. But Instagram's an interesting beast, and I guess they're like changing up the entire algorithm that they've been using for like this month, I guess. But it sounds like it's a good thing though, because like the big thing that sucks about Instagram right now is that like I like the platform a lot and how it works. But the culture around Instagram is very normie and very fake. Like
It's very thoughty. Too many women. We gotta get rid of some of these women.
Yeah.
You know?
All right. For that, we're doing a good job. We're gonna convince Mage to get off the platform. So
Let's
one
please
done.
instigate the Instagram execution squads. I volunteer to lead this organization, and I will serve you at your whim, fair viewers.
All right.
That's me.
Yeah, but like the thing that really sucks about Instagram is just that like there's tons of the strategy on Instagram to like get big is like make a repost account, don't make any original content, and then like pay for services to like inflate your account. Like that's the whole thing. There's like things called power likes where like you get like big followers, like big accounts to like your posts because that helps you in the algorithm. And like,
well, there's that, or literally just be any kind of reasonably attractive woman, and I'm pretty sure that's the only other way.
Women just automatically succeed on the internet. All right, we're not talking about women. We're talking about like the superior gender that actually has to put effort into things.
Look,
right?
just think about this, everybody. Think about this. Endless Jess. I don't think this is too much information, but like he talked about once, his younger sister or something just had an Instagram. Think about all the stuff that Jesse has done and all that he's created. And like his little sister, on the basis of being a reasonably attractive girl, had like 10 times his following. It's insanity.
Of course, that's just how it works.
It's just like attractive women appeal to literally everyone. And
that's true.
That's not the case.
That
for
patriarchy,
cool
guys,
content.
keeping women down. God, they just can't get anywhere in this society.
By the way, it's fine, and I accept that, and I will overcome these cruel women to attempt me to get one over on me. I will beat them all.
Yeah, okay, but Mage, you have the floor. Tell us your grievances with this platform.
Okay, I created Instagram literally just like a few minutes ago.
Instagram?
Wow.
It was
My Instagram. My Instagram
was
account.
Mage
Oh my
Elon
God,
Musk
no.
all along?
Shush! You guys.
I'm sorry, Mage.
Mage is like on a flight tomorrow or something, or leaving, and she has no patience for our shenanigans today.
There's no patience
Poor time
today. We have work to do. By that I mean we need to communicate like friends that we are. Come on.
It's just such a burden.
Come on, Mage, go! Instagram, what's up? Go!
Yes.
Why do you hate for Instagram?
Okay, yeah. So I created my account just literally a few moments ago, just because I needed to upload a few images for. I wanted to show people like a few images I took yesterday for a trip I took, but that might be a different topic for a little bit later. Anywho, so like. At first, I couldn't figure out how to bulk upload from my phone, and then I realized I have to use the app. I couldn't just do it from the browser, and the reason I wasn't doing it from my computer is A, I don't have the photos on my computer, and I don't have the time to upload them on computer.
You can't
B,
upload anything from the computer anyways. It all has to be from the app.
that is?
Yes.
Okay, one more reason why it sucks. I hate it. So I figured out how to bulk upload, and it's so tedious. You can only choose up to 10 images per bulk, and that's like shitty because I had like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like 70 or so images, and so that took a bit of time. And it's like it's not enough that I'm limited to 10 images. It's just like after I choose the images, I have to click next like 3 or 4 times. Right. And that's really obnoxious. I don't want to share it with anyone. I just want them to be there, and I'll link people when I want it. Yeah.
It sounds like your problems with Instagram is that you're using Instagram like it's Flickr, and it's not Flickr.
I haven't used Flickr. What's a Flickr?
It's another site for sharing photographs, but it's more of just like an upload, like a repository,
like,
to just
like
dump
Imgur?
all your photos in. Yeah, it's like Imgur. It's like something called Flickr.
Oh, okay. I'll look into that.
Instagram is more like a look at my tits, give me money.
Okay, well, like Instagram then.
Sort of
one more thing.
Instagram's like the
one more
like
thing
an
about
Apple product in that it's really fancy and classy looking.
Okay, if
it's
an Apple product, why can't I uninstall it from my Android? Android, you're doing it wrong.
I mean, it should be uninstallable. It's not like...
like you can deactivate it, but not uninstall it.
Whoa. I've never heard of Instagram being bloatware built into the OS on Android. That's pretty cool.
It's for Samsung Galaxy S6 or something like that. I don't know if... Yeah.
I'm
suspicious of this claim, Mage. I'm suspicious. Are you sure that you aren't just making a mistake?
No, I went to download it on... I told to you, I'm going to download it, and then I look, it's already downloaded, I just have to activate it, and it was like, whoa, shit. Because a while ago, I was on, like, deactivating and like, deleting whatever apps I wasn't using, and I guess I couldn't delete it, so I just deactivated it, so whoa.
Well, that's weird.
Okay, one last thing. Super annoyed that I didn't notice up until right now when I started looking through the photos. They cropped the photos! They cropped them to make them square! I hate that.
Square.
Oh my god. It's, they ruined a lot of the photos. Or at least not ruined, but just like...
If it's ergonomic, that's just good visual design. That's just good spatial reasoning.
Well, I mean, again...
Who's Instagram to post their damn, their personal preference on a photo that you tailored to be a different shape or size?
Come on, Nate.
Why
it's
not?
a private company. They can do whatever they want.
Well, of course they... I had actually heard that they, like, weren't doing that anymore, but I guess that's not the case. I don't know.
No, you can zoom out and have a
oh, really?
cuboidian, rectangular, that's the word, picture.
Oh, so does it like just zoom in to make it into a square?
It
but you
zooms
can
in to
zoom
make
out
it.
on them?
It zooms in to make it into a square, and you can move it around to
okay.
see which part is the square.
Well,
you can zoom
you're
out if you want.
uploading, but like I couldn't customize 70 fucking photos in the span of 5 minutes. You know?
Fair enough. Fair enough.
You're using the wrong site.
Well, I was told by a certain person to it was name dropped, but yeah. I guess I'll upload it on Flickr if I have the time later on. But yeah, okay. So
as Instagram is a normie cesspool, I have had like kind of. I've had fun like being a normie in that part of the internet and not having any trouble. Because there's not really comments. People don't really comment on anything, and I can show it to family, and it's, I take pictures of my dog, and pictures of my cat, and pictures of fine bone china. And it's really quite
Follow
nice.
Instagram.com/Hippocrit for all your fine bone china needs.
I actually have an image of a fine bone china teacup that I drank tea out of
God,
at a wedding.
The people are just wild for that fine bone china.
I'm scrolling down to find it. Where?
Are you allowed to display images of fine bone china in China?
That sounds...
Not because of the China thing, but because you're not allowed... You know how you're not allowed to show skeletons? Like, showing skeletons is considered gauche and inappropriate. Yeah, in China, like, they had to, they changed they changed the models in World of Warcraft of the of the undead, because, like, they took the bones away.
Every skeleton boss had to be turned into, like, a weird zombie guy with smooth skin.
Because it's like...
Why?
Because, I don't know, something about
like
skeletons is, like, considered
I would not want to go to the doctor in China
I...
if they've never seen a skeleton. They don't understand.
Well, I mean, you go to the doctor and you show him your dick. That's not appropriate in polite society either.
There's some fine bone
That's what you
china
said.
for you.
There we go. Finally, someone did it.
It's like, wait a minute, guys. If vaginas are so inappropriate, how does anyone give birth in a hospital? If no one can look at a vagina.
You know, I was watching The Handmaid's Tale recently, and they just do a thing where, like, they set up, like, a barrier where, like, the handmaids are, like, behind this wall, and, like, the doctor can see the vagina, but not the woman who it's attached to. So, like, they separate it out, and it's not. It's like morally pure.
That's the best of both worlds, if you know what I'm saying. That's the ideal.
Talk about getting the milk for free without buying the cow. Am I right, man?
Exactly.
Am I right?
High five. Internet high five.
Yeah, there it is. There it is.
Yes.
Well, enough about Instagram. Let's talk about a problem I'm having right now. Okay, all right. What?
No, you go. No, you go.
Okay.
It's not like
Don't
I
worry.
just completed a massive gauntlet and a milestone achievement.
Oh, let's talk about that actually. No, that's good.
Yeah,
That's good.
So I went
got?
the entire. So last episode I mentioned that I had started fasting. I went an entire week without eating.
Holy shit!
Yeah, I went.
Starting last PCP episode recording day?
It was the day before that.
Okay.
So yesterday I started eating again, and it didn't even feel like anything. Like,
Ben, let's just hang on. Ben just went for 7 days without consuming food. People.
Okay.
That's what happened.
Disclaimer.
That's what happened.
Disclaimer.
I want to do this.
Okay.
Disclaimer. You may say I cheated because I did put lemon in my tea and water.
No.
So I may have consumed.
Ooh.
So I may have consumed up to maybe
what, like 20, 30 calories or something?
Maybe 50 calories
If
tops over
if
the
your water
entire
has-
week.
If your water has any atoms of like anything that isn't water, any particulates, you failed.
Yeah.
Do not drink anything homeopathic because it has the spirit echoes of food in it, of things that have calories in
even-
it,
even
and
just
that
one
actually
electrode
magnifies
will
the
upset
caloric
the balance.
content, having less of those things in them.
Ben,
So,
please tell us the impetus for this and your experience of doing so, because it's quite interesting.
Okay.
Also, how do you feel right now? I mean, well, you're eating again now. What have you eaten since then? Since ending your fast?
I mean, I ate a bunch today. No, not today. I haven't eaten today. But yesterday I just ate. I'm staying keto. So yesterday I ate pork rinds. I drank heavy cream. I ate some leftover pork that was in the fridge. I ate a bunch of natural peanut butter and celery. A bunch of keto shit. Like a normal day.
Ben,
people warned me that I should ease back into it. I totally disregarded that advice and threw caution to the wind, and it made no difference and was fine.
Okay, so Ben, what you're telling me is that all our viewers should, without consulting their doctor and with wild abandon, stop consuming food just ad infinitum.
That's right.
That would be best for them.
That's right, best guy ever. I'm Ben Saint, professional gerrymanderer and professional, non-professional medical advice giver, and I'm here to tell you that you definitely shouldn't eat anymore. Look, we talked about being post-food. I've lived it. I've been to the other side, and I've returned, and I can tell you, it's really weird. Like, around day 3... Like, okay,
this is hard to imagine doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Day 1 and 2, I was a little hungry. On day 2, I was hungry. On day 3, I was kind of hungry. And then day 4 and after, I wasn't hungry at all. I got a little weak, right? Like there were some times where I felt a little fatigued, and sometimes I might get a little bit dizzy. Not to the point that I was gonna faint or anything, but I would kind of be like, But it would pass.
Sure.
It would pass. And most.
It doesn't sound great. That doesn't sound like a great thing to have happen to you.
No, it wasn't great. But
do you think potentially
95% of the time, I just felt normal and not hungry and fine.
All right, Ben. Do you think that part of the reason you felt okay was because you sit at the computer drawing and or not drawing?
Yeah, I was gonna ask.
And not moving around that much.
Yes, I do think that helped. I think if I had been walking around, moving around, lifting crates or tilling the soil, probably it would not have been as easy.
I feel like this is a thing that people in history have done, because they need to, people
survive because there's no food.
Yeah, their body adapts to the lack of food, but they can't go forever without food. They need it eventually, but they can have like a small thing of rice can keep them going for a week or a month.
We didn't eat for a year.
The last day, I walked, I walked down the street to the corner store and back and stuff, and it wasn't that, it was fine. I probably, if I'd been doing manual labor or something, it probably would have been more difficult. But the reason I did it, you asked before. I mean, because doing the keto thing, people in keto circles talk about fasting a bunch, usually in the context of intermittent fasting. But sometimes, I listen to this podcast. Well, actually, I haven't listened to it in a while because it got really old and samey, and I was like, all right, guys, I get it. There's this podcast called Two Keto Dudes. For a while, I was listening to it, and they're really fat guys. They're they were morbidly obese dudes. Maybe still are, I don't know. And they talked about doing extended fasts for several days and stuff, and I just thought it was interesting. I was like, well, all right, I want to try it. And then so I started doing it, and then but after a certain point, I was like, okay, I know this is not a sustainable thing, although maybe it is. But I was like, I just wanted to see if I could go for a week just to say I did it, and I did, and now I'm a hero. And there was a guy who did it there was a guy who did it for an entire year. He was there was a morbidly obese guy who he fasted for 382 days. He lost 300 pounds. The weight stayed off.
See,
he took water. Obviously he was drinking water, and he was taking multivitamin supplements and salt supplements and potassium and stuff. He was taking minerals and stuff so he wouldn't die. But he did not consume calories for over a year.
What a badass!
And his body just consumed the energy and the fat.
He was carrying around a year's worth of food.
Yeah,
that's exactly the reason he was able to do it.
Yeah,
I don't think.
No, of course not. But that's fucking nuts.
I feel like this man became like a plant. He became a photosynthesizing individual.
How many weeks of fat am I carrying around right now? I want to do the calculations.
I bet I'm carrying around. I bet I'm carrying around at least 6 months a month, at least a month or two.
God,
yeah.
How disgusting.
All right. I think
maybe probably more than that,
people get too hung up about having any fat on their body. People forget the point of fat is that
to
exact
make you
reason
uglier.
to have
Tom's right.
To have fuel on your person, you don't need that much in day-to-day life.
The point of fat is God's punishment for decadence,
for
our decadent modern life.
I agree completely. And I hate
Which is why it's celebrated in some circles, because they're celebrating decadence, which makes sense.
It's not about being a big bloated boy. It's about having something on your person so that you don't have to carry a satchel full of granola bars.
Gib, I'm hearing a lot of fat envy going on right now from skinny lads such as yourself.
Yeah. You're not.
I don't want to be
the
fat.
position of privilege you speak from.
I've never been fat. I couldn't ever even become fat. It's
exactly. Fuck you.
Ha hee hee.
I'll bet we could make it happen. So begin training montage, like a Rocky style training montage of Ben coaching Hippo to get fat, and it's like Hippo's doing pull-ups, and the camera pans over to me shaking my head and then he
no. We see Gib consuming massive amounts of food in this montage, and everything looks good. But then at the end, the music turns to a sour note, and then Ben looks down in horror. It's like, oh no, that's not milk you've been drinking. It's heavy cream, and everything's got keto labels all over it. He's been losing calories like there's no tomorrow. He's become the most fit man. This is the opposite of what we wanted.
You should drink. You should drink the heavy cream.
Sweet irony.
You should eat. Okay, what's that stuff that the fucking sumo wrestlers eat? I've always wanted to try it.
Lots of food.
There's
chicken nuggets.
There's some. yeah, that's right. Chicken.
Have you guys had buttermilk before?
No.
You're not supposed to just drink it though, right?
Oh, well, the thing is...
What do you mean not supposed to?
In Lithuania, there's a type of buttermilk that is quite, drinkable and whatnot. It's a common drink, but it's different from the buttermilk I found in England, though.
Is it called kefir?
Yes. Kefir.
Okay. When I was in Poland, right? Like when I first got to Poland or close to it, like I went to the supermarket. It was called Biedronka, which means ladybug. So I went down to my local Biedronka, and I was walking around, and I couldn't read any labels on anything, and I bought what I thought was milk. And I drank. I thought it was like peach flavored milk or strawberry flavored. You know, they had like weird or melon flavor. They have weird flavors over there. And I bought it and I drank it. It was actually kefir, which was very unpleasant because kefir is like a thick buttermilk, like yogurt kind of thing. So I like drank this thinking that it was milk, and I was like, "Oh God!" It was
and then continued.
It's actually quite good for you for losing weight, I think, or at least like it's a better alternative.
Is it
to
keto?
milk?
Was that Ben's first experience?
Probably
it's
keto.
I don't think it's keto because it's like it's like, I mean, yogurt's not keto.
Yeah, I guess so.
It's got lactose.
Well, Ben, I'm gonna have to. I relinquish my title to you as longest fasting person in the PCP. So I've gone 3 days, and you've surpassed me.
Yeah.
Good job. You did it. You did it.
Thank you.
You're
now
new goal.
3 members of the PCP who are in
7
some
days?
degree or another going into the post-food lifestyle, which is good to see.
Mage, it was 7 whole days. Seven full 24-hour periods.
Wow, that's wow.
And you know, like
I
woke up on Saturday and like I didn't even want to eat. Like I wasn't like, oh, finally. Yeah. Like, okay, during the week, I had been occasionally I would be like, like I missed food emotionally much more than I was like
exactly.
than I felt.
It is absolutely a mental battle. Your body doesn't give a shit.
Yeah. My body was pretty much fine, but I would be like, man, I wish I had a sausage right now. The Italian sausage. I was thinking about sausage.
All gay.
I know.
You know what the
it turned me
thing
real
is
gay.
That's just like every day, just magnified. Like 99% of the time, we don't need food. It's
pretty much.
Our minds that want it.
But I woke up on
guys.
Saturday and I was like, I don't even want to eat. And I bought this bag of pork rinds because they're keto, and I looked at them and I was like, I said I was gonna eat them today, so I guess I'll eat today, and I did. And I was like, all right, the deed is done.
I think that was wise.
Yeah.
Wise.
Yeah. You know, I don't want to make this permanent.
Fasting definitely is like an enlightening experience. You definitely transcend to a higher level of existence.
I feel a little bit differently about food in general now.
What's
it's
religion?
Optional. It's become optional.
What is the religion that fasts for a heck of a long time?
Ramadan?
Well, there's
holiday?
Ramadan with
Ramadan.
Islam, I guess.
Or is that just one day? I'm trying to think.
Then you can only eat when the sun's down or something in like very small amounts.
Yeah. Ramadan is intermittent fasting.
Yeah, right.
Actually, that interesting. Okay, let me tell a story. I was like maybe 3 or 4 days into the fast, and my housemates invited me out to a party. So I went out, and it was just a small little gathering, and there were snacks, and I was offered snacks, and I declined them, and I explained I'm fasting, I'm not going to eat anything, and I got. For the most part, that was fine. But there were a couple of like very negative reactions that got, and
yep.
There was
those people. I know them well.
There were 2 people that reacted negatively, and they both. All right, I'm gonna give like a complete. Here I'm going to break down the complete psychological makeup of 2 complete strangers who I know nothing about. And I'm just going to assume that I'm completely right. And you're all going to think I'm really smart because nobody can dispute me. All right. So the first one, right, was a girl. And I say that I'm fasting. And she says, and I had a Monster Ultra, right? The 0 calorie. Because I was drinking like 0 calorie drinks because I didn't think that counted.
Sure.
And she's like, you're fasting. Oh, but you're drinking a Monster. And I'm like, oh, well, it's the no calorie kind. And she's like, oh, but, it's still... She seemed kind of, like, miffed about it. And, based on... I'm going to be a big racist right now. I'm going to be a big fucking racist. Just based on her complexion, and on the fact that she seemed sort of a little bit like insulted, like it seemed like from an emotional place. She seemed a little insulted by the suggestion that I was fasting while drinking a monster. I think that she might have been either, you know, Muslim or maybe just raised in a Muslim household or have some like cultural, and maybe she thought that it was like an insult to the idea of fasting, that I was saying I was fasting while drinking this decadent Western chemical swill. that I think that's a possibility. And then later on, another girl, she was like, you're fasting. Oh, like you're. She kind of got mad. She was like, "You're fasting." I was like, "Yeah, you know, keto, haha, yeah." Keto.
Notice how this was both women. How interesting.
It was two women, and she's like, and I say that I'm fasting and I'm keto, and she's like, "You're not in ketosis. You're in starvation mode. Your body's eating itself." And I'm like, well, first of all, you're wrong, because those two things aren't mutually exclusive, and you can totally be in ketosis while you're starving. Like, you of course you will be. And she was like, "Oh, I don't believe in that diet. I don't believe in that diet." So this person, right? This person, she was kind of husky. Right? I wouldn't say she was obese or anything, but she was husky. Sure. She had the look about her. She looked like she was on like women's rugby or a college softball team, you know?
Okay.
Right?
A large lad.
Well, no. I mean, you just know, like, there's a certain kind of look that, you know? Like women's softball teams.
In her face or in her, like, body build?
Both.
Okay, sure.
Both.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
And I think that this person probably had a certain amount of like athletic training, a certain amount of like knowledge about like exercise and diet imparted to her by, you know, coaches and stuff. That was probably in line with the you know, with the more conventional wisdom of like a relatively high carb diet and lifestyle for, you know, for peak athletic performance. Yeah, and this person was probably invested in that idea and had.
Whereas Ben's going for peak intellectual performance.
That's right. and this person was probably invested in the idea and had spent a lot of her life, you know, working under that paradigm, and was probably sort of insulted or sort of subconsciously insulted by the presence of someone who is going about like a completely different strategy, and she's like, you know, I think she had some emotional stake in this. In the idea that keto is just a fad and it's dumb, and like her way is the way to do things. So there we go. I broke it down.
That's pretty common, I'd say.
I broke down the two people that gave me. I mean, neither of them gave me like a huge resistance, but I could tell. Like I could tell in both of these people there was like a noticeable like things like fasting, keto.
Imagine being the kind of person, and I get why. I'm not saying these people are crazy or anything, but to like, when someone says, "Hey, I'm doing this is the lifestyle that I'm choosing to live," to like begin to berate them in any kind of way. I get it. If she probably really believes that she has some degree of expertise here. You know, if she is an athlete and whatnot, and she sees you in her eyes making a mistake and also like propagating a belief system or whatever that she feels is wrong. I get it. Yeah. But, you know, relax.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like if I was in a situation where somebody told me about a lifestyle that I didn't agree with, I would mention it, but I wouldn't get angry, I guess. I'd just be like, well, yeah, it's your body, it's your life, whatever.
Yeah.
I might be a bit passive-aggressive.
I mean, yeah.
It sounds like
a proper discussion is, you know, a normal thing to do, but you shouldn't get angry about it, or like don't get aggressive.
No, you should punch them.
Don't get aggressive because people will get defensive and you'll get nowhere. Like you're not gonna get listened to if you just come off really strong. Like no one's gonna want to listen to a stranger that's yelling at them to do something different. That's like the opposite of what you want to do.
But by the way, I had a question for Ben. Did you shit all of the shit out of you and then there was no shit left?
Good question.
Yes, actually. I mean, all right. I'll go into it. I basically did not poop for like 3 days. I finally did a little bit on like the 5th or 6th day, and it was very small, you know, as you would expect.
Of course.
Apparently, the guy who fasted for a year, he would go like 30 or 40 days between poop, but he would.
Probably once he got into it. Sure.
But he would. God. Yeah, but he would poop occasionally, which is the most surprising thing to me.
Well, because your body,
I guess you still
poop isn't just food; it's dead cells and stuff from your body. So
And then I don't know if it was a coincidence, but after I finally ate, like later, I did poop again. I don't know if it was like I don't know if it was because I ate or if it just happened to coincide. I will say that it made my poop and farts. Guy, this is really funny. I love it made them smell weird. Like they did.
Okay.
Yeah, they smelled less like poop and more like, I don't know. They have like a weird musty smell.
Victory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So I don't. So that's a little. That's some TMI for y'all.
I'm inspired, Ben. I want to go 8 days. I want to top this 7-day fast.
damn it.
Christ. Let's not start another fasting arms
fasting
race.
Arms race. Arms race. Arms
Yeah.
race. Arms race.
By the way, the PCP does not encourage you to do any of this shit.
That's the-
without
no.
talking to
No,
your
but-
doctor.
Yeah,
but
please
Ben
refer
Saint does. And
There
then,
you go.
and that's the next PCP race. It's the PCP fasting
The
arms
race to
race.
die.
PCP race to the
to
grave.
die.
Here we go, everybody.
Race to the grave.
First one to get there wins.
I mean, there's faster ways than fasting, if you know what I'm saying.
I hear you.
Yeah.
Fasting, despite the name, is actually quite slow.
Yeah. Ironic.
Well, that was a fascinating topic. Let me mention mine that was so rudely displaced by this whole diversion.
It was
It's
you who
guys,
said
you
to
hear
talk
that?
about it.
You hear this? That's my ice rattling around in my cup of iced tea, and when I sip, it hits my teeth and it's cold. This is my problem.
Uh-oh.
I don't want to use a straw.
Uh-oh.
I don't want to use a straw like a pussy, and I love lots of ice in my big old cup of tea, and when I drink it, it gets too cold on my lips because the ice is touching it. This
Why-
is my topic.
all right.
What's
Why-
wrong?
Please
What's
have
wrong
at it.
with the straw? I don't get it.
Why can't you just get like a manly straw?
All right.
There are plenty of straws around me, but I don't like them. I like to pick up my glass like a man and tilt it like I'm swilling some grog
All right.
and
All
whatnot.
right. Who cares about straws? Why is it hitting your teeth? Are your lips not
Okay,
there?
it actually hits my lips. That's what I meant to say. It's not
Okay.
hitting my teeth. Yeah.
That was strange. I guess.
I suck it through my teeth like this.
I mean, I have a similar. I understand the problem. I guess I just don't have as big of a deal with it.
I just use a straw.
Like I
It's been
curve.
my
I curve
biggest
my
problem in life.
like I curve my lip, my top lip like inwards, so that the more sensitive part is like sort of hidden from the ice cold.
But then you get like the liquid on the top of your lip, and it's.
You can try.
Then
you just sniff it up.
You can try.
You just sniff it right up.
Sipping.
I got nothing else, guys. This was. I
this
feel
is-
passionate
I
about
have a
this. I
topic.
This is
know
the
there's
most
no.
asinine problem
Hold on,
I've
wait.
ever heard in my life.
I don't wait. What is the problem? Is that the cold ice makes your teeth
Yes.
cold?
No, it makes my lip cold.
It hits his.
What the fuck?
That's my problem. Yes, this is.
Talk about
My
a,
biggest
talk
problem.
about a,
I
you know in
have a
China they don't
topic,
even
though.
have ice, Nate. So why don't you be
They don't even have
thankful?
lips. In
I
China.
have a topic though.
Okay, sure.
I mentioned it earlier. I was on a trip on a guided tour with my mom, and it was amazing because
Where?
I don't
Oh, yes.
actually go outside my house that much. So going
Wait,
outside.
Where was the tour?
Yeah, where was it?
It was in a different part of Lithuania. It wasn't in one specific town, but it was near the town called Kaunas, and that was the end destination, basically. And Kaunas.
Kaunas.
I think the technically proper pronunciation is Kaunas, but most people just call it Kaunas now.
Okay.
It
know
comes
what?
from the word
I know-
to
yeah.
fight, sort of, kind of. Like.
Oh, is this the battlefield of the violent violence? It's been immortalized in a shrine.
No. It's not my town. It's not my town. So yeah, like
I just assume all of Lithuania is just your hometown.
Wait a
The entire
minute.
thing.
Well,
Have we
it's
talked,
pretty
have we
small.
talked about Kaunas before? This sounds really familiar.
I
Does it have
don't-
the tower? Is that where the tower is? Is that where like the? Remember the tower from the flag episode? God damn, my
No.
brain has all the. Remember, God, when they're making a flag, there's like a tower.
No, Ben, no one remembers
Oh,
this, so let's move on.
No, I'm having a panic attack.
No. I just remembered. No, it's from Vilnius, I believe. Gediminas Tower.
Okay,
No. This
alright.
Kaunas has its own castle, and I forgot how it's called. God damn it. Anywho, but yeah, the point is,
Bowser's castle.
we visited a few castles and stuff. And did someone join?
Yes,
Oh, okay,
but it's
that's
a
so
secret.
Okay, it's a secret. It's
Yep,
a secret.
Don't worry
Okay,
about it.
sorry.
We have a secret ghost.
That spooked me and threw me off. Okay, but anywho, so yeah, we went to visit castles
Anywho.
and
He died.
Oh
The
no,
ghost died.
the death of the
Excellent.
ghost. Okay, so like, well, what surprised me is because I was sort of under the impression that most, if not all, of the castles were completely destroyed in the Second World War in Lithuania, and like both me and Mom were quite surprised.
Get fucked, retards.
So both me and Mom were surprised. It was like castles, as in plural. Like we're gonna see more than one. The one in the capital. So yeah, it was a pretty fun trip. We had no clue where we were going, technically. I mean, we knew the final destination was going to be Kaunas. But yeah, we haven't seen or heard about these places before, so it was going to be pretty interesting. And we learned about a bit of history and stuff. And I took a lot of pictures, and I took a lot of pictures of nature and stuff. But
and you can see all these pictures
Instagram.com.
cropped to squares at Instagram.com/LethalLoreMage.
Yeah, I was surprised about how like two of the three castles that we saw, they were completely ruined. They were like just like in complete ruins up until like people started restoring them. And even now they're kind of like a little bit shitty, but I guess that's like, you know, the authenticity. I got shown bricks that were like over 600 years old, and I remember like the thing that was.
I could show you some dirt that's over 600 years old.
No, but listen. Like the bricks are held together by some sort of mass, and I remember one of the things they used to create that mass was like eggs, and it was like holy shit. And it's still keeping the bricks together, and there was like egg in it, and egg yolk or something like that.
Did you get to eat some?
No.
So those bricks are keto then.
It's like the final stop on the tour is you stop at the mess hall and you get a free brick, and like everyone gets a slice. Everyone gets a slice.
It wasn't the brick. It was the thing holding the bricks together. I forgot how it's called in English.
The mortar.
I'm guessing so.
That reminds me of a quote from the Bible. And I found this. While I was making the new map for Endless War, and I was looking for quotes to put in. It's like flavor text for each of the different areas. I found this one, and it's from Genesis. I think it's from the part where they're building the Tower of Babel. And, you know, the whole Endless War slime thing. The connection was incredible.
Tower of Beyblade.
The tower... Do you remember when Moses parted the Red Sea with Beyblade?
Sickest shit ever.
Hell yeah.
Anyway, the point is, when they're talking about the Tower of Babel... Okay, different versions translate it differently, but the King James verb will translate it as, "Come, let us make brick, and burn them thoroughly. And brick they had for stone, and slime they had for mortar. And
we talked about this.
Yeah, brick they had for stone and slime they had for mortar, and will build us a city, something, and a tower that reaches under the heavens." And it is so fucking appropriate. Damn. It was so great.
Speaking of towers,
literally endless war.
Speaking of towers, there were quite a few towers with the castles, and like there was one estate thing that we visited as well. It was pretty neat, and like there were a lot of towers. And I climbed every single tower, and then we also visited a few hills, and I climbed every single hill. There were so many fucking stairs, guys.
Every single hill? There's a lot of hills in the world.
The ones we visited, I meant.
Yeah, okay.
And like, sure. It was so, like, my legs were literally shaking. They were literally shaking in their boots. They were like, "Please, Mage, no more walking." And I was like, "It's only 3 p.m. We still have a bit to go." And we still walked, and we still climbed, and I was
Mage,
not dead by
having never left her house before, ever since retiring the Violet Violence moniker. Thrown back out into the cold, uncaring world. Not physically prepared for the hardships that awaited. The hills challenged every fiber of her being.
And I conquered every single challenge. It was great. I was very, very tired, but I was very happy with myself. Like one of the hills, I'm not sure if it's impressive or not, but like it's just one of the things I climbed. It was like 30 feet high, and it's just one of the things I climbed. And there was like after climbing like 2 or so towers and one church tower and like another hill. Basically, a lot of climbing, a lot of stairs, and those stairs weren't even comfortable, guys. Like in the towers, they were like old, rickety, crackety, like wooden stairs. I'm really bad at climbing stairs because I have very bad balance.
Oh,
so
for sure,
I was gonna fall. I was afraid I was gonna fall, but I never fell, so that's good.
Glad to hear it.
Yep.
You know what's weird? That's all pretty dope. Just as an aside, castles are cool. I drive by on my way to the store, like 2 or 3 castles or gigantic churches, like in the middle of Ohio,
castles.
in Cincinnati. I mean, there's more churches, obviously, but I swear to God, there's a company nearby. There's just a castle tower that's being built next to a bunch of houses with the sign next to it that's just like custom building, whatever, Sanford and Sons construction. And they've got like pictures of castles. They just build castles out here for like people who want to live in a castle. And I drive by it like every day.
Sounds like a Gib endeavor for sure.
Yeah, it's pretty dope. It's pretty dope.
That's like sort of neat, but imagine having to maintain a castle.
If you have a castle, I'm assuming you're paying people to do the maintenance.
I guess, but I wouldn't trust people in my house.
Maybe you're just like one of those, like, maybe you're like that girl, maybe you're like the girl from,
Hi,
that
Roombas.
that fucking dragon anime. You just love being a maid. And you just
Dragon Maid.
Dragon Maid.
and you want to live in a castle specifically because you want to never be done cleaning.
Wait, is that true of Toru? Does she want to? But she's a dragon, right? Does she want to be?
Isn't like her thing that she just loves being a maid and loves the
No,
idea of being a
likes
maid?
The rest of it is
the
that she's
girl.
indebted to Kobayashi because she saved her from dying.
Also, she's a big lesbian,
And she wants
she's just
Kobayashi
sure.
to eat her tail for some
Sure.
reason.
Okay, bad example then. But maybe you're just naturally servile and you want to live as an indentured servant to your home and to never have no end of the housework that needs doing.
What if it's a situation where you've got those like house
You have an
servants that
entire
like live in a
castle
house,
full like
but
50
you own the
Roombas and a
place.
whole army of Roombas.
I love Roombas. I want one.
They're all color coded and named individually.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh my
makes
god,
sense.
I want this. I want
Fantastic.
so many Roombas.
You give them tiny little like knight's pommels on the top. You know, the feathery things.
Yes.
Oh, like they have
they're so
like
adorable.
crests, like helmet crests,
Yes.
like knights.
Oh my god, I'm loving
Have them
this.
joust.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
No, they shouldn't hurt each other. No. I love Roombas.
They're too low for the.
You make them joust each other.
No.
Yeah.
Of course, the you have to mount the lances too high, so they just miss each other every time. And they just keep driving by over and over again.
And if any of them go out of line, you publicly execute them.
No.
like you have a little Roomba guillotine in your courtyard. You have a gallows.
That's good.
You just like pull the power supply out and just watch them like slowly sputter out.
No, don't make me sad. I love Roombas. They're my boys. Oh, they're so good. But speaking about public execution and stuff like that, back to the castles.
So, speaking of public execution, I have a topic that's near and dear to my heart.
Mage publicly executing all her enemies back in the day.
Yeah.
No. I took a picture of like a tree that has like 7 trunks. Technically,
Speaking of public execution, let me tell you about growing up in Lithuania. Here you go.
Yeah. What about this tree relates to that?
And like there were like it's not necessarily public execution, but it was rumored that people that went out of line were there's like this metal rod coming from in between the trunks of the tree, and it said that people were strapped to it and like got like what's it called, like with the whip lashes?
Yeah, lashes.
I think so. Yeah, something that they were punished against this tree, as the rumor goes. But the person who was talking about it is like, oh, it's just a rumor. But like, why is there a metal rod in between the trunks, and why is it at a very convenient height for stuff like that to happen?
How long do you think that rod has been there?
A
The size
while.
of the tree and shit?
The tree is very big. It's splits into
So
7
like hundreds
trunks.
and hundreds of years.
A few hundred, I'm guessing.
Okay, well that's pretty dope.
Yeah.
I like castles.
Oh, and
That's the extent of it,
I
really.
like the castles too. In the same castle as well, like one of the first things we saw was like this hole in the ground with a big chunky boy at the bottom. Like it wasn't an actual person; it was just like this white mass that's meant to look like a human, but he's a very chunky boy, a very obese boy. But it's meant to represent like a human, and it was like this was like the dungeon hole, and it was like 6 feet, not 6 feet, 6 meters in, so that's like a lot of feet, a lot more feet. Like 18, 19
like
feet.
18 feet or something.
Yeah, like give or take. So without any sort of light or any sort of anything, it was just a hole in the ground, and the people who disobeyed the owner of the castle were, put there, and it was very damp, very dark, very lonely, and like the only way to get out is if they dropped a rope from the ceiling and they got pulled out. And I took a picture of that. I managed to take a picture of that hole because it was very hard because there was a lot of people on our guided tour, so a lot of people kept photobombing my photos. So
It's disgusting.
Yeah,
they're trying to get in with the PCP. They're trying to they're trying to achieve that coveted status of being PCP adjacent.
A lot of people were hurling themselves into that hole just to obstruct your picture of the contents of the hole.
Just think, all of those people know what Mage looks like, and all of you, dear PCP listeners, do not.
Indeed.
Okay, but think about it this way: they don't know I'm Mage, so.
Right, but they know. In the back of some deep recess of their mind, they will always remember that they photobombed you, and they will remember who it was. The look of utter disdain that was shot their way.
These people are all gonna go home, right, with their nice little family photos. To their homes with their white picket fence and their slime wives. These fucking juvie scum are gonna go home and look at their holiday pictures, their photo album, and they're gonna pull it up. And you're gonna have been in some of them, but when they look at the photos again, they're just gonna see like a purple blur. There's not gonna be a person there. They're like, what? What's
gonna be like? But the picture was in black and white.
They haven't invented color photography over there yet.
I beg to differ,
they're like, what is
yes.
what is this weird cryptid, this weird purple cryptid? Like, nobody knows. Nobody knows.
One castle had like 5 lakes around it. Not lakes, ponds, I guess. Is that a ghost rattling chains?
Do you have chainmail?
No, it is I, the Gatekeeper. These are my wrought iron keys.
This
I got a whole thing. I'm saying this. I'm doing this. A new character with Gatekeeper. He has keys and he rattles them around. I got this bunch of like actual like wrought iron keys on a circular like wrought iron thing. Like there isn't an opening. You can't take the keys off. It's just connected.
Oh.
And I got it at a castle gift shop in Leeds Castle.
Nice.
Cool.
That's if you want wrought iron keys. And they had a whole thing of actual chainmail. It was very expensive.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And I really wanted it. Well, my brother really wanted it, and he cried all the way home because he didn't get chainmail.
Oh, what a bitch.
This was a while ago, but Leeds Castle, very cool place. If you ever, I mean, I typed in like I was trying to think how many castles I've been to and which ones they were, and I typed in English castle into Google, and there's so many.
Yeah.
I've got such a wealth of choices. I think I've been to like 10.
England's
What I want to do
whole of my
someday,
life.
Gib, is I want us to do a RadCon in England. Come to your pad, and then like we just either if we have enough money, rent a castle, and if not, we just have to shoot.
Oh my
we have to shoot all of our footage at a publicly available castle and make everyone think that we're having RadCon in a castle.
that would
Not
be fun.
completely impossible.
That sounds super sick, and I want to do it right now.
Same.
RadCon
Bodiam
4, A
Castle
Knight's Tale.
is like Bodiam Castle is one that's like the most stereotypical like castle that all like generic play sets were based off of.
Oh.
It's a square with 4 like circular pillars and it's like got a courtyard in the middle, and that's basically it, and it's got a moat, and it's like you can go everywhere in that, and you can go up to the battlements and all the cool stuff, and that would be great for like shooting like a YouTube show where people are looking at us.
Like imagine Red Con Arena. Imagine like the Nerf battle in a castle.
Oh, but a melee version with real swords.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Guys,
We get the GoPros
question.
back out. We gotta do a melee.
Guys, quick
would be
question.
good.
Is there an English word specifically for hills that castles are built up on? Castle hills?
There is. I can't remember it. There's a Motley Bailey
for the hills
castle.
themselves.
Yeah, because like Lithuania is full of them, and I never realized up until like very recently. I guess realized for a while, but
it's called a motte, an M-O-T-T-E. A motte is like an artificial hill used to make a castle be bigger and taller.
Okay. Because Lithuania is
Okay.
full of those hills, but not a lot of castles because those were all destroyed. But see, in like when I was little, and people kept like mentioning those hills, those mottes, and I just assumed it's just another word for a hill. And like up until recently, it just hit me. It's like we used to have
You're talking about a man-made one.
Yeah, we used to have like a shit ton of castles. That means because we have a shit ton of like mottes. So wow.
It looks like I'm looking it up. It looks like a burial mound, but I guess it's not. I guess it's just a man-made hill. I think in America maybe certain maybe I'm crazy. I feel like maybe certain like Native American tribes or someone they built these very similar looking mounds as like burial mounds. I don't know. That's what it looks like to me.
I don't think it's
history.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible, but, like, it's not related.
Yeah.
I've got an important other topic to talk about. And it's great.
So
it's
do
the
I.
Doctor Who release trailer that just came out.
For the next...
Have
that
you
show
guys...
still exists?
I linked it in the chat. It's 30 seconds long. You should take a look. Because
seconds.
the
I'm a
event
busy
that
guy.
transpires... What?
I'm a busy guy. You think I got 30 seconds to waste on this bullshit?
Fair enough. Okay, but this is the
Nuclear
funniest
Throne
thing.
to play. I got Cookie Clicker to play, motherfucker.
Yeah, you're right. This is the funniest thing I've ever seen, though, because in this trailer, the only things that happen are the camera zooms in on her, girl Doctor Who, obviously. They pan up as she literally shatters the glass ceiling, and then the words she says "whoops" and she says "it's about time" comes on screen.
Are you fucking kidding?
I just
literally does these things.
I like that.
So what?
No, I
what they're
literally
saying
like
is
that.
it's time for a woman.
I mean, clearly, yes.
My God.
Why do you like that, Gibbs? That seems really corny to me. Is my criticism?
All right. I don't know
That's
whether you
really corny.
watch Doctor Who a lot, but
I don't.
It is a very corny show. It has never not been a corny show.
Well,
it's
but
just
isn't
it's
that
also
fair
had.
criticism then?
That's fair.
Oh, all right. The way I would describe it is that you know how One Piece has a lot of goofy shit in it,
Absolutely,
but it's also
yes.
the coolest thing ever. It's basically a corny show that occasionally becomes the most incredible sci-fi badass thing with characters that you love so much you cry when they die and they're dead and they're not coming back. Oh, it's one of those.
But let's not forget, this character has done nothing to endear us to her yet. Unless you just
obviously.
love her 'cause she's
I mean,
the doctor,
but
I guess. I don't know.
I mean, I can't remember whether they did another, like, hey, get ready for Matt Smith, or, like, get ready for Peter Capaldi, and he says, here's catchphrase. I guess her catchphrase is whoops, which is adorable, and I absolutely love that.
I'm sorry, but by the way, Jesse was here commenting when I posted that, and he's just saying, well, hang on, Ben. He just said, he said, like, imagine be the boy that gets to put his wiener in girl Doctor Who. To which I replied, is it gay? Thinking about her male history.
And then
Jesse just comments,
is she a trans woman? Is she a trans woman?
No, I mean,
now there's a
she-
debate we could have.
Whoa.
She had a male body and now is the same person in
true.
a female body, so I mean, And here's Jesse just saying, I hope the season is about confronting the philosophical conundrum of is it gay? And I agree.
I
agree.
expect at least a line of her going, I'm not used to this much estrogen. Like something like that.
That'd be funny.
Am I the only one that thinks she kind of looks like Hillary Clinton a little bit?
I mean, there's some
I mean, it's her
similarity
time.
there, sure.
It is her time. She has a time machine.
Oh my gosh, this is the
Yeah.
best we can do for her. She didn't get the presidency, but we can give her this.
But she
Give
can
her a
become
time
Doctor.
machine.
It's way better to become the Doctor than to become the president.
Kinda. Well, okay, maybe not.
You can time travel and not change the past.
And win the presidency.
Wait, what if I just?
shit.
And what if what if in this season Doctor Who goes back in time and changes the 2016 presidential election and gets Hillary Clinton elected instead of Trump? Like, what if that happened? That's only a little far-fetched, in my opinion.
No. They can't change the past. I think they had one episode specifically with Rose going back in time and like changing, like trying to save her father from dying. And
what if they make the one exception for the massive fascist, racist, evil hero that is Donald Trump? You know,
one thing. We could only change one thing in history, and I think this needs to be it.
Out of all the things.
Rips a hole in space-time
the plague,
sacrifices her life.
What, do you have a problem with holes, you fucking misogynist? Some of us have holes. You wouldn't understand what it's like.
Ew.
Male splainer.
Everyone has a hole.
Come on. That's heinous. You're heinous.
Everyone has at least 2 holes.
You're nasty. You guys are all nasty. Don't talk about holes here.
There's a lot of holes. I don't like the amount of holes we have in our body.
Yeah,
oh dear.
We gotta seal them up.
Y'all are assholes.
That's
the truth.
Hashtag seal the holes.
All right.
That reminds me of an episode of
I just wanted to bring that up because that was very funny to me.
What cartoon it was, but like, I think it was I Am Weasel and like the IR baboon or whatever. He tried to plug every single hole with plugs.
Does that include like his mouth and shit?
I don't remember, but it was there was a very big hole and
I Am Weasel.
Yeah, man, that was in my childhood.
Are we talking about holes in his body?
No. Like he was like a little hole in the ground, and he was trying to plug that up. But like
I thought you meant orifices.
In that episode, I think his
hashtag plug him up.
I think his trade was basically just selling plugs for holes. And I think he did plug I Am Weasel's mouth with the plug, but just as like a joke.
With a mouth plug.
Yeah.
I have an anecdote from my real life, right? When the Gatekeeper was rattling his keys, right? It reminded me of what I deal with. Well, yeah. It's like it was only yesterday. Is what I deal with in my real life, which is that my housemates have a bunch of bizarre memes. Okay, I'm not we've all got like bizarre memes about each other.
Sure.
So I won't go into everyone else's, but I'll talk about mine. Mine is they call me Thumper because I'm a lumbering brute of a man. And when I walk around, when I walk down the stairs or like walk across the living room, you know, I shake the ground because I'm a graceless gorilla. And yeah, as well, you know. But they also call me.
You just got that giant brain resting on their shoulders, you know.
Yeah, and but so first I was Thumper, but then it evolved to Rattle Bemby. So now I am called Rattle Bemby. And the joke is that you say Rattle Bemby, rattle those chains, Rattle Bemby.
Why? What does that mean?
I don't know. And the joke, I don't know
what chains? Are these metaphorical chains?
I don't know. No, it's so the idea is that Rattle Bemby like lives upstairs in his like upstairs attic dungeon or whatever, and he rattles his chains and eats fish heads, and that's Rattle Bemby, and I'm Rattle Bemby, and that's
are fish heads keto?
They are, yeah. In fact,
okay,
so
all right.
so I'm okay with it, yeah. Rattle those chains, rattle those chains. So I'm like, all right.
Gatekeeper, can we get a rattle for Rattle Bemby, please?
Yeah. Hashtag rattle for Rattle Bemby. No?
Hashtag rattle those chains.
Oh,
No?
sorry,
Okay,
I wasn't paying attention. But the Gatekeeper was.
Yeah, thank you.
It's me, the Gatekeeper.
He's always.
I got 1 key, 2 keys,
What are you?
3 keys.
Will any of those set
Gatekeeper.
Bemby free from his chains?
Gatekeeper, what are you keeping the gates
I should send you a
from,
picture.
though?
Yeah, please do. Let's put a picture up.
What are you
That's a good
keeping
idea.
the gates from, though?
I
question.
keep the gates from
Will any of those
foreigners.
Will any of those keys undo the giant padlock that I have my wrists thrust through? Perhaps
No.
the stocks that I'm in as I rattle my chains.
These fake keys only open fake doors.
Oh no! Bummer. Hey, so this is maybe a dumb topic that I shouldn't even bring up because I can't even talk about it. because I don't want to spoil it, but anyone see the Adventure Time finale? Adventure Time just finished.
I haven't seen it, but I've
seen
heard enough about it.
I have not seen it, and I want to. I had kind of thought that Adventure Time ended like a year ago, but I guess it didn't.
Yeah, I guess not. Yeah.
They like announced it was going to end a year ago.
I remember
fair enough.
before I moved in. Mage, turn your fucking mic off.
No, I'm sorry.
Ignore it.
Oh, it's okay. So 2 years ago, before I moved into Digi's place, before RadCon 2, I remember me and my friend, we watched what was then the rest of Adventure Time. And I remember at the time thinking that like Adventure Time was almost over, like the next season was going to be the last one. But I guess I was wrong, because here we are 2 years later, and it only now ended. Someone in my Discord the other day said that he thinks we probably, like, a lot of people thought it had ended, and that we probably are experiencing the Mandela effect. That in another universe, Adventure Time did end, but we've been transferred to one where it only just ended now. So I guess I'm 2 years
of note. Yeah.
So I guess I'm 2 years behind, but I want to catch it up because I was a pretty big fan of it. I remember like back then when I caught up on it 2 years ago, I remember that like the general feeling was that Adventure Time was not what it had been, and it had declined in quality since the early days. But I remember that time we watched like a dozen episodes, and like I had a great fucking time, and we laughed like a shit ton. Like those episodes were really funny, and I remember coming out of like, huh. I just kind of assumed that it wasn't the show it used to be, but like that was great, and like I think it's still really strong. So I wonder if that held true through to the end.
Maybe they found like a second wind, for the end couple of seasons. I would hope so. So.
I didn't love how much focus the whole like who's Finn gonna end up dating got. I thought that most episodes focusing on that as a primary point of interest were the weakest ones. I don't know.
I fell off the adventure. I stopped adventuring in season 4 at some point. I think it was during or after some like spat with Flame Princess or something. Yeah. And I was just like, I
can tell you exactly what episode leave it. I checked out permanently. From Adventure Time, and it was let me see, the 22nd episode in the 5th season, and I hadn't seen every episode, but it's the episode "The Party's Over, Isla de Señorita," and it was the episode where they attempted to make a real character out of the party god, and that's when I knew there was nothing left for me here. But I will tell you,
that was a bad idea.
Because I've been so checked out from Adventure Time, I loved the pilot years and years before the show ever got serialized. I was the biggest fan when it first came out. Everyone else was a baby compared to me. But I, over time, like whatever, I fell out of it. Because I was so disconnected, I felt completely safe the other day watching someone's like review/summary of the final episode. And I gotta say, it looked awesome, and I want to watch that now because I really liked it. I've been totally spoiled, but I want to watch it.
I've received some slight spoilers for the finale. Nothing too big. So
they were gay the whole time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, is that really a spoiler?
That's the only thing I know about the finale, personally.
Right. That's the only thing that 99% of the fandom probably even cares about.
Yep.
I mean,
thanks, Tumblr.
Frankly, I don't want to spoil it, but like the message at the end is just exactly what I want to see from like this show. And I was just like, when I saw them get to this in this little summary some lady did, I was like, hell yes. This is exactly what I want from this show. Adventure is good.
What I want is somebody to like put together a what is important and what isn't important episodes to watch of Adventure Time.
I already saw somebody putting together a tier list of like episodes you can skip to just watch the good Adventure Time.
Ooh, thank God.
I want to finish it. I want
to
wrap up things because I only vaguely understand that the Lich exists. And I kind of want to. I kind of want to know. I kind of want to know a bit more about all that because it seems like a villain.
A lot happens with that guy. Yeah. I mean, I think you're in luck. I think people are working on that at this very moment. When I saw this finale thing, it just filled me with all the happiness than I had when I first started watching the show. And, man, it made me want to just, like, jump back in and feel those good vibes again. Because Adventure Time was really good when it was at its best.
Yeah.
It gets me all kinds of ways. Yeah. And am I wrong that Adventure Time was, like, the first show that started this whole Cal Arts thing going on?
It was, like, the most influential cartoon of the last, like, forever.
Yeah.
I think there may have been a show before, but it wasn't as widely known.
I guess it was just the biggest one.
I think before people got hung up on the whole CalArts terminology, people did call it like, the Adventure Time style. At least I've seen it before.
Right. And now that's changed a little bit to the Steven Universe style, especially when they love the gays, as they sure do in
Speaking of the Adventure Time, the Steven Universe style, like, I don't want to rant about it for too long, but, the whole Crunchyroll original series.
High Guardian Spice.
Yeah, did we mention it last time? But, like, because the thing, it does not look like CalArts, it doesn't look like Steven Universe so much as it looks like, what's that, Little Witch Academia thing?
I mean, I would argue
that it looks more
Little Witch
Academia?
Like...
Yeah.
Is that the Little Witch Academia thing?
I wasn't sure if that's the correct name for it, but hey, kudos for me for actually remembering the full title.
Wait.
But yeah.
No, hold on.
The
Little Hero Academia.
Was it High Garden Spice?
High Guardian Spice.
The faces really remind me of the main character from Little Witch Academia.
Dude, are they gonna have...
No,
there's definitely some visual
you're
influence.
100% wrong, and that's literally the dumbest opinion I've ever heard.
The show definitely looks Western. Like, no one's gonna look at that and be like, that's an anime.
I'm not.
It does look a little, like, more detailed and more anime, but still
they're adding a little bit more detail.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's funny, me and Digi were just talking about this on I Am Games last night, which we're doing another stream as soon as this episode is done recording. So if you've missed it,
so
if
a week ago.
So if you could go back in time, fair viewers, 5 days. Yeah.
So definitely watch the upload that we'll have if you missed it, you fucking peasants. We're playing Spider-Man on PS4, and it's great.
Oh, but, you no longer doing Fable?
No, we stopped doing Fable because Digi got bored, and then we went to Red Dead Redemption.
Oh,
and
well, that's good.
And then we were playing that, and we both hated it thoroughly. So now we're doing Spider-Man. Yeah, it was like
everyone loved that game.
Yeah, that's why we stopped doing it. Because like if we make a video about this and just trash it, we're never gonna get anywhere. So
you'll probably get a lot of views, though. I mean, if you have a contrary opinion, that's something, right? And if you sincerely believe it,
It was we're kind of at the point where we're trying to like build some good faith first before we totally.
Here's what you do. No.
It.
You make a video, doesn't matter what's in it, and you call it the Red Dead Redemption rant. That's all you do, and then you get 1,000.
No. And then afterwards, after your mind has been changed, you do the Red Dead Redemption arc.
Oh,
now you like it.
Well, the thing is that we didn't want to play through an entire like game that we hated. So because we still have to do all the live streams, it's just like neither of us wanted to play it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we were talking about High Guardian Spice because it was just like because Digi obviously made that video that blew up and like one of his biggest figures and got a bunch of shit for it. But like I don't know if the show's gonna be bad. Like that's the whole thing. Like everyone's
no
just
one
like,
knows yet. Yeah.
Like this show's gonna be garbage. It's like if we there was a trailer like they put together for High Guardian Spice for Steven Universe. I would have thought the show was going to suck balls, right? Like, because it totally has the same kind of virtue signaling kind of, like,
all we know about it is that the conceit of the show is heavily virtue signaling. So, like, of course, people are going to react
and, like,
some
Steven
kind of way.
Universe made it work, like, somehow. So, like, I think the aesthetics of the show are nice. Like, it's clearly not anime. And I don't think this is the way Crunchyroll should be spending their money.
See, that's the biggest thing for me about this whole Crunchyroll thing. When I really sat down, I don't agree that, like, any criticisms of the show are valid yet. Of the show itself. Criticisms of the marketing and the advertising so far, I get. But the main thing is that people pay Crunchyroll to support anime, and this is not anime. That's my main point.
That's my huge issue with the whole thing.
One.
I can't wait to illegally watch High Guardian Spice on Kiss Cartoon.
Instead of Kiss Anime? Damn. Oh, what a savage blow. What a savage blow.
That's fucking sick. I will do that. For sure.
Meanwhile, you've got, like, the staff who made it, like, they themselves, like, I'll show them, I'll upload this to Kiss Anime myself, I'll show them all.
God. Yeah, so I think that whole, like, controversy is way fucking overblown.
Did they ever sort of, like, even announce it as an anime?
Yeah. What's that,
Like,
Mage?
did anyone, like Crunchyroll or the staff, ever really call it an anime at any point?
No, but they are an anime company, and the fact that they're using the money they make, people paying for anime for something that's not anime.
I'm just trying to see how pretentious they are.
Sure.
Well, I mean, they are.
You're right. I do not think they've done that particular sin.
Yeah, I feel like they would probably know if they were like, yeah, check out our new original anime. I'm pretty sure
that would be.
Everyone
You know what? I kind of want them to.
Crucify
That would
them.
be hilarious. That would.
Yeah,
be
it would be pretty funny. But I feel like they're too much on the pulse to make.
I also heard people complaining about the name, and
I mean, it is a fairly dumb name.
It is when I first heard it, it is a pretty dumb name. But then I thought about it a bit further. Now, I think the main character is called Rosemary, if I remember correctly. And
yeah, they're all spicy.
Yeah, and
spice.
That's cool.
Yeah, and I was thinking maybe that's the thing. The High Guardian Spice is kind of like maybe their group name, or how Ruby is RWBI, whatever.
They basically wanted to make Steven Universe, but with condiments.
Pretty much.
I can't wait to see fucking Salt and Pepper, the twins.
Oh no, that's a really cute idea.
I can't wait to make my Spice OC. This is gonna be great.
That was already in Blue's
I'm gonna
Clues.
do.
Yeah, the Blue's Clues fandom's gonna have some things to say when shit starts showing up in their hashtags.
I want. What about? I can't wait until the new the Green Ranger of the group, Horseradish joins.
That's gonna be my favorite.
And then the Asian hire Wasabi will be a big fan favorite, I'm sure.
The ninja.
To be
those
fair,
are almost the same. Those are almost
style.
The same thing.
Okay, guys,
True.
but to be fair, if I didn't know about the whole staff, the whole Crunchyroll thing,
one American,
all the controversies, and I just saw the poster and the art style and whatever. If I just saw that and knew nothing about it, I would be like, "Oh, that looks pretty neat. I'm kind of interested to see where it goes."
I agree. Yeah, I think it's not offensive.
The criticisms are more specific than that. They're about it's
all
the company and stuff.
That's the whole thing. That trailer was the worst possible move to make, and
it
they
was
did
so
it.
up their own asses.
Yeah.
Well, that's true.
It was pretty.
We've never met. The one thing about that actually made me annoyed is that they said, "You've never seen a show like this before," and I'm like,
"Here's that Steven Universe."
Get the heck out of here!
I can't imagine. The only reason they're saying that, I think, is because you've never seen a show like this before, because we've got the perspectives of people who are usually
because the writing staff is 100%
but it doesn't
female.
Yeah, but writing staff being agender or another doesn't necessarily mean that the show is going to be something special.
It's 99% of women are just normies. 99% of men are also just normies, and they all have very similar opinions. I hate to break it to you guys, but I mean that whole
I hate to shatter your glass ceiling all over you, ladies. But I guess a man needs to do it every once in a while, so you can see the light.
All that glass that Doctor Who shattered just all over the High Guardian Spice production.
Someone edit that trailer so that the glass ceiling shatters and just the High Guardian spices just come flying down. Raining down onto the Doctor, and she says it's about time for High Guardian Spice on Crunchyroll.
Basil leaves flying everywhere.
I like the idea of people named after spices. It's cute. It's
Mage, how upset are you gonna be if none of this actually happens and it's just not a thing?
I will be very sad because I'm already standing Salt and Pepper. I love them.
Oh god!
If they're not going to be twins and they're not going to be cute, I'll be very sad.
Waiting for that horseradish.
Yeah, it's going to happen.
Our version's already better.
Riot.
Let's all
Steven Universe is honestly our template here. Every
Spice.
gem that everyone knows is a thing now in Steven Universe.
I'm waiting for Tarragon. Who else we got? We got
Ginger,
Cumin.
maybe? Ginger's around?
Cumin. Definitely Cumin.
Yes.
Wait, Star Anise. Wait, shit, no, that's actually cool. I meant it to be funny, but it was actually cool. Fuck.
What?
Lemongrass, perhaps?
Lemon grab, haha.
Yeah.
You got him. Guys, there was a topic I wanted to say. It's a way more serious thing, and I completely forgot it. I'll
King
get back
K.
to you when I
Rool.
remember.
Oh, no.
Fuck. That's what I have to say.
You made Smash Brothers. Hey, let's talk about the funny fucking earthquake that killed all of Japan.
Oh yeah.
Let's talk about those problematic gamers, guys.
So there was an earthquake in Japan recently, in Hokkaido. It's true, several people died. I think at least a dozen. I haven't kept track of the numbers. And because the next day there was a Smash Bros. Or actually, it was not specifically Smash Bros. There was a Nintendo Direct that, let's be honest, we all know there was going to be some Smash stuff in. They delayed that, and it has been several days, and it's still delayed. By the time you hear this, it'll probably be out, fair viewer. But right now, it's still delayed. And what's the deal? What's the deal? I've seen people being like, why are these gamers complaining about getting the thing delayed? And you know, I get why, like, human life is more important. But I don't actually understand the causal connection between delaying the trailer.
I think it's really just, well, I guess I don't know.
Okay, if it is literally Isaac from fucking Golden Sun, who has earth-shaking earthquake superpowers, I will very much understand why they delayed the trailer.
Yeah, because like it could have been like, we can't show him at this time, at this trying time.
What if he just gets canceled?
No way. There's no way. That can't be.
Holy shit! That would be this. Oh man.
I mean, most likely. It's somebody else, and this was just a delay because it's possible there wasn't even any Smash in the Direct. It is possible.
Nate, so you want to talk about like a company like cocking themselves way too long after the fact. Apple has an event on this Wednesday on the announcing all the new iPhones and stuff. They announced that that's coming a couple weeks ago. However, it's a Wednesday. The vast majority of Apple events when they announce these products is always on a Tuesday, and the reason it's a Wednesday is because it is Wednesday the 12th, because Tuesday is September 11th, and they were too much of a pussy to fucking announce their new products on September 11th.
Okay, you know, that is fairly pussy-ish, but you know, if they're just like, look, guys, we just don't.
Can you imagine how fucking sick would this be if, like, in the middle of the news cycle, remembering 9/11, it's like, wait, guys, we gotta stop talking about remembering 9/11. The new iPhones are out.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
I don't know. I kind of get on a corporate level why they do that, just to avoid.
Oh, I get it. I just think it would be hilarious to just have to jump back and forth between 9/11 memorial services.
You could imply
Apple News.
You could put like a little memorial thing in like the video for the new iPhone, like. You know,
just like the default wallpaper of the new iPhones, the Freedom Tower.
You know what it is?
It'll be like the terrorists tried to destroy America.
Yeah,
but we came back and we're stronger than ever with the new iPhone.
Okay, you know why people won't like that? It's because people are made uncomfortable by capitalism. They don't like the idea of people like profiting off of other people's suffering, which I get.
Yeah.
But can you imagine the new iPhone XS with reinforced steel rails?
The new
Jet fuel won't melt this phone.
The new 9 Phone 11. Official for our fallen soldiers and heroes.
I mean, it would be the iPhone 11 technically if the 10's the last year's version.
The 9 Phone 11.
Oh man, this is
change the I to a 9.
We've done it, team.
There's so much good shit. I can't believe that we live in a world where this wouldn't be funny.
This is all terrible.
They do like a strength test where they fire a plane into two.
Look, like the jet fuel can't even melt the steel of this iPhone. It's too powerful.
Oh God!
Yes.
Can we please move on?
Oh,
Mage, you're not American. You should be more than happy to indulge in these jokes.
I'm not a particular fan of dark humor in general. That's the thing. It's not just this.
This is lethal Aurora Mage. What's Are
you saying you don't like black comedians?
No, that is not what I
said. Damn. Hashtag exposed.
All right. Should we like move on to questions? Because Mage has to leave soonish.
Yeah, I think it's about time. Unless anybody else.
We should start with voicemail, shall we?
With voicemail, of course.
Yeah.
Let's do it, team. Okay, here we go. Everybody, remember, peeps, you can send us some shit at, speakpipe.com/PCP voicemail,
yep.
I believe. Yeah, as everybody knows, we're taking voicemails now, and we're listening to them, and we're going to fucking answer them on the show. So let me see what we got first here. First up is from, I think we've gotten one from this guy before, at SSBMK1P. I think he has another name, but that's what he's got. All right, let's see what we got here. Tell us what you got.
Hello, PCP. This is Mudkip Slaps here again with
Mudkip
a
Slaps.
message regarding
Okay.
Turtlegate. I have 2 pet turtles. About 2 years ago, they made a third little pet turtle. It's a box turtle, but he's sick and he has like the flu. And I'd like you to wish him good luck while he's getting chops every 3 days. It is very painful for him, but he will endure. Munchie,
chopped?
please wish him the goodwill.
No,
Bless him and his
Oh,
kundalini.
shots.
Thank you.
Oh, but best of
Bless his
luck to-
kundalinis,
best of luck to the tiny turtle. Oh no.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
got the flu.
Oh, God.
Rest
Well,
in
I
peace.
hope-
Shots.
fuck you, dude. I hope he pulls through.
Shots.
Yeah.
Good
Hope he feels
luck.
better.
May your
that little
Merkaba
guy
may your
full of
Merkaba
meds.
spin you through the cosmos.
May the small turtle board the
weird
love
little
battleship and save us all.
Yeah, that'll help us out.
Is the love battleship like the giant Merkaba that's like under the pyramids?
Well, it's a 3 atom thick flat plane that is a spaceship somehow.
Yeah. That's
The
God.
love battleship. Okay, well, I'll pass that on to Munchie. We got to let Munchie know, so he's the one with the highest Christ consciousness.
I feel that was directed at Munchie to make him mad that a guy can touch turtles.
You're right. Oh my God, you're so right. That was actually a passive aggressive, like, you can't touch turtles.
Oh, man.
But I'm touching all these turtles. Well,
All
maybe
3
Munchie
of
All
them.
has
that
death upon him.
salmonella.
All right, next one we got. Here's one from Omnitaneous, I think is how that's pronounced. Hit us up.
I'm supposed to be working right now. I'm supposed to be working
Is that
right now.
an accordion?
I think it's a
I think it's a
piano.
keyboard.
Okay.
If Jess was
Dude, we
dead,
gotta
he'd
change
be
the
turning
theme.
in his grave.
Wow.
Was that going anywhere?
See you next week, guys.
Yeah, man.
See you then, buddy.
See you soon.
Oh, it was good. All right.
Should be our new outro.
Oh,
New outro for sure. Okay, here's one from that fucking weird guy. All right,
Yay.
let's
Sure.
hear it.
I don't remember calling into the show.
Yeah.
Yo, a question for the fuckboys. You know, Nate, DG, Munchie, you know, the fuckboys. I need your help in this modern world where everyone's so fucking introverted and so fucking depressed and everyone wants to fucking kill themselves because I'm a fucking high school boy and there's this girl I like and she loves music and I love music and we share the love for music and we're very good friends, but I don't know what the fuck to do to make her my girlfriend. I don't know what the fuck to do and I want no Mimi answers. No fucking Mimi answers. Oh God, I feel so fucking lonely.
Oh my God.
I feel a lot of existential fear and terror from this man.
Yeah.
All right,
Doesn't he know that
first-
fear leads
first,
to anger,
tip.
and anger leads to hate, and hate leads to suffering?
It leads to no GF,
All right,
so
all right.
stop that right away.
First tip: don't clip the mic when you speak to her.
Girls hate
idea.
it. Girls hate it when you clip the mic.
You got to work on your gain control, dude. That's step 1. Wait, he said no meme answers. He was
no.
very specific about
That
it.
was that was
That's a good- that's a
serious.
good-
He also
advice,
specifically
though.
directed this to the fuck boys, me, Digi, and Munchie.
Well,
but
you're
yeah,
the only
feel
one
free.
here.
Yeah.
I think.
well, I guess that's
no.
true.
I think we all gotta
everybody
weigh
can
in.
comment. I
We
don't
all
care.
gotta weigh in and help this poor.
Yeah.
And help this poor guy get the lady that he richly deserves as his birthright as a proud white man.
That's right. That's right. I think he's Argentinian, actually.
Have you considered?
Yeah,
Have you considered stealing something dear to her and holding it hostage?
Do not listen to Ben.
I mean, to be real, if he has he likes music and he knows she likes music, then that is your answer. Just talk to her about music, and then
Maybe find
then
other things you like together.
figure it out from there.
Nah, I know
what
this
do you-
guy's main problem. This guy's main problem is that he's in the depths of the friend zone, for
Yes.
sure. For sure.
Agreed.
Wait, I'm not clear on if he even knows this girl at all. Like,
He said they're good friends. He said they're
Yeah,
good friends.
that
they're-
was gonna be my thing. Is that,
okay.
dude? You're too late. You're too late. You're too.
it's
Well,
not. It's not too
it's
late.
not too late.
It's not too late. But here's
your
the
battle
thing.
is definitely uphill.
gonna be
Here's
tough,
what you gotta do. It might be too late, but you never know. You just gotta fucking say it. You just
you
gotta
gotta
be
stop
like,
being a bitch
you
about
just
it.
gotta be
Well,
like,
okay,
hey,
listen-
you just
Also,
gotta
if
say,
you get-
listen. You just gotta say, hey, I have feelings for you, because if you do that, and she doesn't reciprocate, might it ruin your friendship? Yup, but guess what? Your friendship's already fucking weird. It's already fucking
ruined.
weird because you feel
He's
this
right.
way in the first place.
Yeah,
so don't
you gotta man up, and like if you get rejected, you get LJBF. You gotta be like, fine, bye, and just not.
Don't even fucking sweat it. Don't even sweat it, bro.
Ben is right. But the reason why, like, think about it like this: the reason why it's a good idea to just say something instantly is because that shows confidence. Is because that, and like, so, but like, and that's really the important thing here. Like, if you want to actually get this girl, I know I said this to somebody in the past, but like, okay, like, it depends on how deep in the friend zone you are with this person. But here's what I would do: if you want this girl, I would honestly assess your sexual market value. Are you actually someone who she would want to date? If not, then here's what you do. You begin working on that and becoming a better person, and then you start dating other girls. And you can do this in a cold, sociopathic way, just so you can get experience, so you can come back and get this girl later.
This is good. This will work. It will take time, but it does work.
I know that strategy will take a long time.
That's gonna take like years, and like.
But this is why I say that.
There's no fucking time for there's no fucking time for that bullshit. I mean, as it relates to this girl.
He did say he was a high school boy, so he only has a certain number of years to get it done
totally
before
true.
they're all
That's all the
gone.
more reason to just put it out there and then drop it if it doesn't work out.
What do you mean you can have it done in a month? You can totally change your whole public persona in a month. You can totally change how. Okay, sorry.
Everything here depends on how deep in the friend zone he is. Only he knows that. That is the crucial element here. If this person, if you like grew up with her, it's like it's been a long time, and like you're just like her buddy, and she doesn't think you're like cool or anything, and like what would she want to date you if she just met you today for the first time? That's an important question to ask. But like look, if you want the shortcut version, that's actually fine. I would say go with Ben. Literally tell her instantly that you are into her, and just don't delay.
There's no reason to wait.
It's fine. There is no reason to wait. But, like, I guess if you want to take a slower, longer path, that, like, if you need to work your way up so that you would even possibly consider it, then I would say, literally stop being such good friends with her and go do other things so that you don't... That, like, she needs to know
that's like
that
some
you
weird,
are a valuable
that's like
guy.
some weird Machiavellian shit. I don't know.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
That's how intergender dynamics work, dude.
Okay, yeah, you should go and work on yourself and improve your sexual market value. As you know, make yourself a cooler and more interesting and attractive person that people want to be around. Obviously, you should do that. You should not do that for the purpose of getting this one girl. That's weird.
You're 100% right.
That's
You're 100%
weird.
right.
Yeah.
The real solution here, and I know that this is impossible, the real solution is to not care about any one specific girl and have one-itis. It's to just whatever.
It's already set in stone. Either this is on or it's off. I'm gonna be real with you. It's almost definitely off, but it doesn't matter. you should just say something anyway.
You know what?
Because nothing ventured, nothing gained.
Right now, you're just suffering in
overly
your own mental prison.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit. Get out one way or the other.
My strategy, look, maybe my thought would... I'm actually with Ben here, now that I've thought about it more. Literally just say, like, whatever, dude. Don't make it a big romantic thing. Just, like, whatever, when you're hanging out with her, it's like, just be like, hey, I like you. Like, I want to date you or whatever. I think that you're really special, and I like hanging out with you. Let's, I'd like to date. I think you're cute, whatever. You just got to make it clear in some way. And do not worry about the details too much. It's important that you just do it because that shows that you're a cool guy that is someone worthy of dating her. Just by not... Look, every guy out there is a pussy who likes a girl and doesn't just say something to her. And I've been there too. I'm a pussy too in a lot of ways. Mm-hmm. But be not a pussy and just go for it. And if it fails, well, sorry about that, buddy. But
don't go school shooter when you get rejected.
That's an important step.
Would be my final word on that subject.
Oh God, no! We gave another meme answer. Now he is going to become a school shooter. We did what he said not to do.
Nuts.
We did our best. Okay, here's
You're doing good till the end
one.
there.
I think that was a pretty great answer.
Yeah,
more than he deserved, frankly.
Here's one from the Argentinian guy. Let's see what we've got here.
You're on back. And what's the deal with Manchi and his hate for South America and Argentina? You know, we may have chosen the wrong people to run our countries. We may be racist between each other. We may have forgotten the spirit that our ancestors had when making our countries free from the Europeans and oh no.
What the fuck?
I guess that
Is
was
that
him
it?
again. Yeah, he's just responding to, I think Munchie said something about hating all South American people.
He realized that Munchie was right. Does Munchie hate
that
South
was the
America?
joke.
I mean, he was memeing about it.
He was memeing about it, yeah.
Okay.
So the answer is yes.
I mean, Munchie's basically South American anyway. He's like a quarter Mexican or
he's half
something.
Mexican,
so,
so,
you know. So it's the same thing.
Close enough.
A quarter tangle.
Wow, I
Next.
mean, nobody. Yeah,
Let's move on.
I mean, I think I hate South America now after hearing that argument.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
All right, here's
You're
one
hearing
from One Spar. Let's see what he's got for us.
Hello.
Hello, procrastinators. Once
Hello,
again, it is
friend.
One Spar of One Spar Weekly.
Indeed.
This voicemail is not actually for you. This is for the viewers. Viewers, I am posting a public bounty right here, right now. I'm looking for timestamps of Nate Bestman, a.k.a. the quote-unquote best, quote-unquote guy, quote-unquote ever, and specifically timestamps of him mentioning Starfleet. That's right, all timestamps of Nate Bestman mentioning Starfleet on the Procrastinators podcast.
Just pay a lot for
post
this.
them in the comments or post them on the PCP Patron Discord, where I am for right now. And if you do it fast enough, they will show up soon in a compilation that will prove just how Starfleet Nate is. Thanks.
Wow.
Yeah.
Bye.
All right, wait. There's a specific detail not mentioned in this voicemail. This is a bounty.
Yeah, he
so
said
what
a
is
bounty.
the reward?
He said a bounty.
Yeah. What do you get?
I think he needs to clarify a little bit
There
more.
are 124 episodes of the Procrastinators podcast. That is like in the ballpark of like almost 400 hours worth of content. That is a lot of time invested. I want some financial
you just need
return.
124 people to watch each one.
That's true. That's true.
God.
See, it's possible.
You got to pay a lot of people then.
I mean, maybe the bounty is literally 1 cent. You know, he didn't specify. Maybe it's a firm handshake.
Maybe it's just credit in the video description.
Did he give?
Yeah.
Did he say how to contact him?
He did not.
On the
Well, he did say a
Patreon-
One Spar Weekly. I bet if you Google that.
No, he
you can
said
find
on the
it.
on the Patreon.
Yeah, he
Discord.
said he's in the Patreon Discord, or just leave it in the comments.
Okay, well, I guess contact him there or somewhere.
Oh,
Yeah.
This may be a slightly out of date question, but I won't go into detail. Never mind.
Well, I mean, he should know.
Did he die?
He didn't die. Well, we talked today, and he might be just like leaving the Discord. So this might be in.
Oh no.
So whatever. Figure it out.
We've lost a great ally today.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's weird.
Yeah, it's don't worry about it. It's fine.
Why-
All right, let's move on.
Okay,
Here's
no
a question.
worries.
Here's a question from Russell. Russell,
Oh,
our,
no!
our resident ghoul.
No, not Russell.
He's coming back. He haunts Ben. He haunts me. He's a real problem. Let's see what he's got to say.
I want to pose a
How manly he
hypothetical
sounds.
to you all.
Jeez.
Say you just returned from home from your 9 to 5, having suffered allergies the whole day. Sneezing, runny, stuffy nose, watery eyes, the works. However, for tonight only, Stormy Daniels is in town at your local titty bar as part of her Make America Horny tour.
Stay home.
Russell's such a fucking villain.
He is a villain. So just to put us in a situation where we have to react to this evil question, it's just fucked up enough as is.
He's got a good voice. I didn't know what his voice sounded like.
I'm looking up Stormy Daniels.
Make America horny again, guys.
I've got to say, she's
the
not
obvious
exactly
question
my type. She's not exactly my type.
Is to go look
she's
at
not
least
bad.
for is to go and look at least for like curiosity's sake.
Yeah.
You don't want to miss that.
I don't think. I mean,
you want to be able to say I went to that, and then people be like, "Oh,
wait, do I? Do I want that?"
Ben, do you not want to make America horny again, or what?
I would personally, even if I was interested, I literally don't care. Interesting shit happens around me every single day, and I don't care. So.
And she loves
Dreams
just
don't count,
languishing and
Mage.
Not seeing any.
Dreams do.
I mean, all right. Well, I mean, why you guys? I'm not taking it for granted that I'm interested in this event.
Yeah.
Well, fine, Ben.
I think the thing that's...
Don't go. God damn it!
It's impure. It's immoral. And I would go. I would go specifically to arrest her, to place her under citizen's arrest for what she's doing. I would apprehend her, and I would say stop in the name of the law.
Yeah.
And I would.
She actually did get arrested a while back because so there's this whole thing with she's like suing Donald Trump or something. But there was the situation where in Ohio,
she's the one. She's the one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She got arrested specifically for she was at a titty bar and in Ohio where I live, and she let a patron touch her like briefly in a. I don't know. I don't think it was too hot and heavy at the moment, but like there was touching going on, and that is illegal. So she got like arrested. Everyone thought it was like the libs thought this was a big over look at them. Trump's trying to attack the person who's getting him. I don't know how Trump was involved exactly, but
because it's like technically prostitution if you let him touch
it like crosses into that sort of field, I think, which is why it's against the law.
She's the one like Trump like got her pregnant or something?
No. Allegedly, Trump had sex with her, which I totally believe, but I don't have proof of. And he paid her hush money to keep her quiet about it. And specifically, it's a campaign finance issue because like the money that may have been used came from a guy who ran his thing, which might have used the money from the campaign, and then he paid him back. But was that legal? Like that's kind of the gist of it. God, it's not illegal to fuck a porn star and then pay her off to keep quiet about it, but to use campaign money
but it could be.
I mean, maybe. I don't
maybe
know.
we gotta.
It will be now. I'm sure.
Yeah, after Ben's done with us, it will be.
Yeah.
Thank God.
After I arrest Stormy Daniels and publicly execute her alongside all my Roombas.
No, leave the Roombas alone.
Stormy Daniels can go, but just leave the Roombas.
Yes.
Wait,
I think the scariest thing about this voicemail wasn't even this hypothetical. It's that even once you're dead, once you're a spirit, you still have to suffer with allergies. What a horrible thing.
Oh yeah,
right. We kind of forgot about the allergy thing.
Or maybe Russell's mocking us because we all suffer from these human maladies of our physical bodies that he has been freed from.
His superior ectoplasmic form has no such limitations. Yeah.
Maybe he's putting this symptom on us, but not himself.
He's made of shadows and poison gas or something. If I'm not much mistaken. Hey, I actually want to. This is a topic that let me bring this up. Let's talk about titty bars in general. I think the concept of titty bars is super weird. I've never been to one, and I have
so dumb.
I have no
desire. Is this in conjunction with like a strip club, like the same thing, or
is that not? Are they not the same thing?
Yeah.
Well, I'm asking you. I mean, you did. Okay.
I think there's. I mean, I've never.
Talk about an establishment where you go to hang out and there's like naked women dancing.
I've never been to a strip club or a titty bar or whatever, anything like that, and I don't get the appeal at all.
I'm 100% with you, Ben. This idea, in the age of internet porn, I don't see how this is in any way
now, Ben,
still functioning.
Would you say that, Ben, if it was, for example, like a brothel, at least there's a reason to go?
Wait.
Is that an accurate statement?
Wait, say that again? You cut out
if it
my
was
headphones.
like instead of a titty bar, if it was like a brothel, at least that sort of makes sense as to like why you'd go, because you can like have sex with a woman. Or a man or whatever.
Yeah,
okay,
sure. Yes, I understand the appeal.
Direct quote, Ben saying women don't matter unless I can have sex with them. That is what Ben just said. He's confirmed this here on the PCB today. Please write that on his grave when he is executed as well.
I don't know. Just like what I don't know. I don't get it. What do you do?
Why would you want to go get a boner in public and be able to do nothing about it?
It seems weird to go by yourself and just kind of like get off privately to like, semi-nude girls walking around. That seems weird. But it also seems weird to like go with friends or like go with people.
That's
and
even
like
weirder, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But I feel like that's what most people. I feel like most people like go with their bros, and it's like,
yeah.
Or they jo each other.
Sure. I mean, because obviously the girls can't do it.
I guess.
That's true.
Fuck.
That's true.
We don't want a Stormy Daniels situation on our hands.
You need that Burst Link squad.
Burst Link squad.
I mean, I guess I don't know. Like, it is a bar, and then there just are naked women. So it's like, okay, so it's got all the features of a bar, plus there are naked women. Like, okay, that's...
The naked women...
I can see someone
the
thinking
naked
that's
women
an
are a detraction at that point for me. Like, I don't even like bars in general, but just, like, to have a distraction like that does not sound fun to me at all.
But, like, a distraction from what? Like, drinking your beer at this bar?
Okay... Yeah,
do you want to be like hanging out with like friends and just be like, oh no, that girl's pretty hot. Now I have a boner around my friends.
I guess you could just
go.
Sounds
horrifying.
I guess you could just go if you just wanted a drink like any other bar. Sure. Yeah. However, I would be put off by that because I feel like there would be this I feel like there's expectations on you, like because like the girls are there to make money by paying attention to guys and you know getting them to tip them by paying attention to them and making them feel good and whatever. And I walk into a titty bar and what I imagine would then happen is that some girl would be like, okay, I'm gonna go talk to him and be nice to him so he'll give me money. And then I have this girl talking to me, and like I know it's fake, right? Like I know she's some stranger, a good looking stranger. I cannot think of a single thing more off-putting than the idea of a good looking stranger coming up to me and acting really nice to me, and me knowing that it is an act. Like that is horrifying.
Well, sure.
That makes me a little sick to even say out loud.
It's really the same thing with, like, a waitress who's, like, trying to get you to give her tips at the end of the meal because she's being really nice.
I mean, sort of. Yeah. Similar
it's
sort
of like that.
Yeah.
Like, I feel that same type of awkwardness with interactions like that, where they're always really nice to you, even though there's something about the way that they maybe look at you as, like, I'm trying to eat here.
I'm being nice to my future money right now.
I mean, I think you guys are generally describing what I would call millennial cowardice. For the most part.
Fuck.
Like, I know. Look, I know that this is like, sure. I basically agree, but I think I'm afflicted as well. And it's like, listen,
you're just being contrarian.
When a normal human, not us, but a normal human would like go out to be a social person, just to like go out and like go to a bar or whatever, it is not a problem if someone like says anything to them. It's not a problem. But I feel like for our generation it is a problem. And like this has become
Whoa, that's totally different than what I would just
Isn't
describe.
there just a sense of insecurity about like being talked to by customer service people, which is what these are?
Fuck you. It's not that someone's talking to me, it's that someone is being fake to me. It's that someone is coming up to me and complimenting me. It's different with a wait. It's different with a waiter.
Oh, well, sure. Okay, I just, a real point here that is a criticism of you and me. I have never been, and neither have you. So are we not just talking out of our asses here as to what it's actually like at a place like this?
I guess you're not wrong.
Like then, maybe it's totally fine.
Well then, fuck you too. So what's your angle here?
Well, I guess my angle is that I suppose it seems like I know there are people who enjoy it, so good for them, I suppose, and I have nothing further to say on the subject.
I don't know. If you're a fan of strip clubs and you think that I'm totally off base in what goes on there and I'm mistaken and it's not like this, leave a comment and explain why I'm wrong.
You know what?
I've read about it. Like I've read stories. I've read like stories from like women that work at them, and I've heard people talk about their experiences going to them. This is the impression that I get of what goes on at these places.
There was
one time in my life I almost went to a strip club, and I know that makes me sound like a pussy because there's plenty of people who just have actually gone. But this is why. Once upon a time, me and my friend Adam, who I was working with at a Pier 1 up in Massachusetts. I found out that Lisa Ann the porn star was coming to Massachusetts to do, like, strip shows, which she does. And I am a fan of hers, and I was very excited to go to this. And I was like, let's do it. Now, I basically pussied out by not following through, because I was nervous, and like, ooh, this sounds like a real boy thing I don't want to make myself embarrassed about. But I wish that I had gone. I do wish I had gone, just to see what it's like, and to be more of an actual human being and not a coward, as I am.
I mean, I kind of appreciate the idea of an environment where it's okay to look at the girls in a way that is like, they know why you're looking, and that's fine.
Yeah, I
like if I ever went, that would be cool.
Yeah, I agree with Hippo. Like, when we're none of us experienced it. I'm guessing, and like none of us are.
God, we're all such pussies.
Except for Mage. Mage is definitely gone for sure.
Mage is the only one that's been to a strip club.
But no. I mean, no particular interest, or at least no burning interest in going them. So like. We're not really talking with any sort of authority, interest, or even like knowledge of these things. Like, it reminds me of people.
I mean, that's this entire show.
And I mean, it reminds me of people who like talk shit about people who watch Let's Plays or listen to podcasts or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just people talking. Oh, it's just why are you watching someone else play a game when you could be playing the game yourself? You know.
I mean,
when you could be playing a stripper.
That's true.
I see the comparison. I do see the comparison. I'm not judging anyone if they like these places. I'm just saying that the appeal that from what I understand, I don't see the appeal.
We should go.
We should
next
do
RadCon. We should go.
Yeah, RadCon entirely in a strip club.
RadCon the de-virgining. Let's call it that, and let's rid ourselves of this cursed virginity once and for all.
Finally.
Ocular.
We're gonna have to we'll just title the video "The Burstlink Squad."
Okay, guys,
that's good.
And we'll wear the GoPros.
Oh yeah. What was that, Mage?
Guys, okay, if I'm there, big if. And we go there, and I go. You guys will have to come with me to a guy bar as well, then.
You know what? That sounds funny.
Yeah.
I'm like,
down.
to be completely honest, I'm not interested in either of them, but I just want to go. So
I would believe a lot of ladies are looking to have sex on that day, so that's cool.
Can you guys?
When's that not true?
Guys, though, can you guys like send me candy corn? I never had candy corn. I've always been curious about it.
I like candy corn. A lot of people shit on it, but I think it's pretty good.
I like it too.
Both sides, and it's like you either love it or hate it. There's no in between, and I really want to try
it. Open a P.O. box. Open a P.O. box so people can send you candy corn.
It's like sugar wax. It's pretty much what it is.
It's not bad.
It has a kind of a caramel taste to it.
I've been actually thinking
like
about a P.O. box, but I'm not sure if there's anyone any near me, so I don't know.
Well. Fair enough. I mean, yeah, we use a post office around here. There's a bunch of them around.
I opened a P.O. box in Georgia. Yeah. And literally one person, because people were saying they were going to send me stuff. Literally one person did. And I didn't find out about it until after the P.O. box had expired, and I never got the package, and I felt terrible about it.
That's funny. People say a lot of things that they're definitely going to do. I don't believe or have faith in anyone, which is why my whole P.O. box was formed around, like, I give them something, which is inclusion in Weagua and stuff. So that keeps them coming. Yep. Hey, here's a question from at SamXAmu99. If given the choice, what would you do? Destroy anime or save anime? I think we all agree it's time for it to go. It's had its run.
Fooly Cooley was like 20 years ago, and it's been downhill ever since then.
Ben, have you seen Fooly Cooley 2 and possibly 3 are like out now?
I know that they're out. I haven't seen them. I don't want to. I don't even want to acknowledge that they exist.
I want to watch them.
It bums me out.
One day I definitely will watch them, and
I probably will at some point. I'm not looking forward to it.
The consensus, though, Ben, you'll be happy to know, is that they're way worse. So there's
no shit. Yeah. Who could have seen this coming?
God damn it! I'm sorry. I have to read this question too.
I feel like I've seen a pretty mixed response. Like it seems like people are not entirely negative on them, which is deeply disappointing. But yeah,
yeah. I mean, they're probably.
I mean, as long as people know that it's not the original. I guess it's fine.
Yeah. I hate the idea of like the original good things getting buried under sequels and spin-offs, and that's.
What was that question?
As long as that, I mean, that's probably not going to happen here, but whatever. What was that, Mage?
You mentioned some sort of question, and then there
Oh
was
yeah, here's a question that I'm sorry, but I'm just selfishly going to answer it. It's at Alien Observer asks, when will Nate realize that communism is the ultimate weird utilitarian mode of production, and also admit Picard is literally Karl Marx? God, I think this is a total meme, and he's just, like, mocking me and getting me all upset because fucking Starfleet is not communist, you pieces of trash. I guess.
hey, there's one time.
We answered this last week.
There's
Fuck this.
one time stamp for you talking about Starrush Blade thing. That the
yeah, there you go. That's a free
Here's
one.
one.
Everyone go claim that bounty.
Yeah, that's right. Get your 1 cent, everybody. I'm just
Get
gonna
your
say,
PC penny.
I'm just gonna give the short version here. Starfleet is post. What's the word? Post something.
Scarcity. Post-scarcity.
It's post scarcity. The normal economic models we have no longer apply in the same way they do now. So you cannot think of it in the same way. Stop being silly, Alien Observer, and everybody else out there. All right, who's got another question?
Nope.
Let's see what we got. I can tell you guys are being lazy and not looking because only Mage and I have offered them. You deserve punishment.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
You're
right. I'll look.
Okay, fair enough.
God, I'll
I'm
look
going to
at the
look at them to
question.
know that they're bad.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's a safe assumption. Araxin asks, do you hate all tabletops or just D&D? Because there is a cool Pokemon tabletop. Are you guys on this millennial
I
meme
have a legendary video defending D&D from Ben's bullshit.
And I have an equally legendary video assaulting Tom for his terrible opinion.
I like D&D in concept, but I've never really experienced it in practice and liked it to the end.
The act of getting together to play D&D is usually a nightmare, and I don't like it.
For one PCP, we should all gather and play D&D for 2 hours.
I would play D&D with the PCP. I would do that.
Yeah.
But it's not something that I want much. It's not terrible. It's not something that I want a lot of in my life. It's a big hassle. I don't know. It's fun. So I don't know. I guess I don't disagree if anyone thinks it is fun or because I get it, but I don't know. But like in general. In general, my problems with D&D extend to all tabletops, but I do think that there are other tabletops that I think are better than D&D, like Mutants and Masterminds. I think is pretty neat. For example, and just generally, I prefer that's a pretty rules heavy one. But in general, I think that rules. It's got kind of a class. It's not really like a class based system. So yes, basically you can basically do it.
Does
You can basically do it.
include like Settlers of Catan and that kind of shit?
No.
That's like a board game.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
In
let me
general,
just tell you a
I
little
think
anecdote.
I just want to say I think that the more rules light a game is, the more I'll probably be disposed to like it.
Yes. Also, I like the shorter the better. Just like I don't want to play for like months and months in one campaign. I would love to sit down for like one time playing, and which I know is kind of not what tabletops are designed for, but that's why I don't play tabletops. But I was going to say on this, the other day, this wasn't a tabletop, this is a board game thing, but I walked downstairs out of my apartment, and I see, there's like a little thing, like a little kind of glass enclosure, where I live that like another person lives in, and I see a guy in there, like my not my roommate, but like another guy who lives, whatever, in the same place I do, and I see him like with friends, a bunch of guys gathered around us in a circle playing a board game, and my face is pressed up to the glass, and I'm like, I want to play too. I want to have fun with friends, but I didn't, and I never will. That's it. That's the story.
The end. Everyone
Wonderful.
dies.
Wonderful.
There was another question I liked. Oh, here we go. This is an important question from Gais Eric. Gais Eric. Okay. It's when society inevitably breaks down and the gamers rise up, what will be your loadout, fellow gamers?
Magic. I don't know.
Oh, well, I'll definitely use my mace.
Yeah, good.
Definitely use my mace from the video where I smashed the mouse.
Okay, guys, I actually
the computer
do have
mouse.
to leave because I have stuff to do before I go.
Okay, Mage, quick, what's your loadout?
It's magic,
Yeah, what's your
I don't
loadout?
know.
Magic? That's not real, Mage. Magic isn't
Neither am
real.
I.
You have to be a real gamer.
No,
All right,
you
unlike
don't
you, I'll be
understand.
using
She's
the
going to have a
Halo
deck of
Energy
Magic
Sword,
the
which is a real
Gathering
thing.
cards, and she's going to throw them at people.
No, I
Fair
never
enough.
played that game. I don't know. I whatever. Like
Being killed with
All
a
right,
Black Lotus.
Mage will be one of the helpless lambs that are slaughtered by me and my gamer crew when we roll through her town.
No.
Yeah, fucking
I'll throw
fucking
rocks
Juvies.
at you or something.
Yeah, all right.
She'll have the Creativerse theme.
She'll have her
that
Roblox
thing?
character to defend
I don't know anything about that.
her. All right, Mage. Well, we'll see you later. If you got to go, no worries.
Yeah,
Take it
okay.
easy.
Goodbye, everyone.
Get the hell out of here.
Goodbye,
I've used the
Mage.
Halo Energy Sword and the Sniper Rifle and the Needler. I've been needling everybody. That's me.
Uh,
Halo weapons.
I'd use the stealth boy from Fallout to go completely invisible and then shank you from behind.
That makes sense.
Are
we playing by the rules here?
A
Should we be
mace,
talking about real weapons?
A mace in one hand, and
I don't
probably
know
use
how this works.
probably use a shotgun. I like shotguns. I like scatter shot, buckshot kind of weapons. They're cool.
I want that grappling hook shotgun from the new Doom game coming out. That looks pretty helpful.
Yeah, that looks pretty fucking
useful.
sick.
Oh, fucking, I get the hook shot from Legend of Zelda.
Oh, I want the double hook. How sick, by the way, was getting the double hook shot in Twilight Princess? That was like my favorite upgrade ever. It was so fucking sick. Just saying. Gamers, rise up, everybody. It's time.
When they say gamers rise up, do they mean like the nuclear fallout will give gamers the ability to
make video games real life?
Yeah, to make their favorite video game real.
Manifest
and that's
Destiny.
their superpower.
The only Manifest Destiny that ever mattered was games becoming real life. That's what needs to happen.
What if the PCP got trapped inside their favorite video game?
Oh my god.
Oh!
Again, what were you saying?
What if I became shy?
Well, we're already living life sans video games, which is pain enough for me.
The Undertaler would become Sans in this reality.
That's probably true.
Yeah.
All right, that's enough questions. I think we're done here, folks.
I think we're good. We're like just at 2 hours. So
yeah, we've met our contractual obligations.
Yes,
feels good. Feels oh so good.
Now we can avoid each other for the rest of the week,
as we do. Thanks everybody for listening. That's patreon.com/theprocrastinators to support us, which I know you want to do. We've got I think 16 bonus episodes now. Remember when those bonus episodes were just a twinkle in our eye? Well, now you got a million of them for the low price of $5 per month. And
now,
if you're not
the
spending,
value is basically unbeatable.
Yeah, if you're not spending the $5, you're literally retarded.
You can't afford not to.
You'll get when you hear the wisdom embedded in those bonus episodes. You'll recoup your losses.
Think about how sad your life is right now because it's the end of the episode, and now you have 7 painful days before another episode comes. For $5,
that's so
that
true.
feeling evaporates instantly.
You can have
16 episodes.
You can have 24 hours of content maybe.
Yeah.
For just it's at your fingertips. The power is yours.
The power is yours.
The power
fans.
is yours.
Not to mention, you get for as low as $1. That's for the $5 pledge. For the $1 pledge, you're in the chat. We care about you more. You are a valued member of the PCP community. That's pretty much everything you could ever want. Speakpipe.com/PCP voicemail. Go to that URL. Link in the description to leave us messages. Oh, we will laugh. Oh, we will joke. It'll be a great time for all. And what else is there? Oh yeah, at TP Crastinators on Twitter. Follow us for the question thing, whatever, and announcements and new videos and stuff. And go check out the RadCon 3 playlist if you haven't watched it already. A lot of good stuff, and still more to come. Believe it or not, there's still stuff that's not out yet that will be soon. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
All right, thanks for listening, everybody. We'll see you next week with another hot meme.
Another hot take.
Bye. Good day.
Oh God. Let's get a new pair of pants. See you next